Hey everyone, it took quite some time, but today we're doing finally the body review of my favorite guitar in Lucas' collection.
The Gibson SG was first introduced in 1961 and the name back then was Les Paul, and shortly after that it was renamed to SG, which stands for Solid Body Guitar, and the SG has been in production ever since. This particular model was produced in October 2019. I bought it in 2020 for around €1,500 back then. We checked prices before. Nowadays they cost around €1,700, and in the US on Sweetwater the SG Standard costs $1,800. With regards to the specs, we have a classic Gibson style headstock. I replaced the tuner buttons on this. It's Grover tuners, but it's instead of the kidney style I just chose these, which I think look a little bit cooler. The nut is a synthetic material. We will put it in what's it's exactly made of, but it's not bone. Other than that, it has a mahogany neck and body, rosewood fingerboard with trapezoid inlays and binding with fret nips as well. You have the 490R and T pickups, which come stock, standard bridge, three-way toggle to volume to tone, and on this model from the modern series, if it's still called modern series, is with the big scratch plate, the so-called batwing style, instead of the smaller one that's just on this side. The neck profile is not too chunky. They call it rounded, so it's not the slim taper one. How would you describe it? You played it a lot?
It's very similar to the 335 I'm having, so it's definitely more 60s style.
60 style, okay.
60 style C.
Yeah,
but not that very slim taper.
No, but a nice, in my opinion, comfy C shape. That's it for specs. What's also included, can you hold the guitar, when you buy an SG Standard, this cool Gigbag. I personally prefer these over cases. Here's the zipper. It's a little bit like the mono Gigbag you have.
Yeah.
But also a neck rest, and the padding is probably also a little bit thinner, but yeah, it's pretty solid.
Really solid as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's also some reinforcement over here with the handle and also on the bottom end.
Yeah.
So.
And the handle itself is also very nice, and you can throw it over your shoulder, so it's not really a backpack, but for short distances it works. And there was also, where is it? This strap was also included. I usually don't have this one on because it's a
nylon
strap, and I have a leather strap which was included with the Les Paul, and I prefer that over this one. Still, it's pretty cool that they add some little extras, and of course there was the baby photo in it on the bench at Gibson factory, which is also a pretty nice touch, which you don't get with any other guitars and brands. As for the playing, Martin was plugged into my Marshall DSL-20 head. It was on the 10 watts channel, and we were running it through the Captor X. Unfortunately, we messed up the recording, and what you're actually hearing in the clips is the Shure MV88
Plus.
Yeah, so we mic'd the amp as well, just as a backup, which we need.
Yeah.
But Martin, that's why he was wearing the headphones, because he was hearing the guitar or the amp through the headphones. But the sound is, you can definitely...
Very similar, so that's why we also used the Captor X.
Yeah, he was playing on the green channel, the classic gain, the red channel, which is the ultra gain channel. On the green channel, he also used the 68 by LPD pedals. So yeah, enjoy the clips. First and foremost, the question that might be interesting for a lot of the viewers, you played with a strap, so how bad was the neck dive?
It was not bad at all. You have that comfortable leather strap that's
Let's quickly show the strap.
fairly wide as well, so you have really good contact over the shoulders. I didn't feel much of a neck dive at all, to be honest. So at least sitting. Standing, it's always something different. But yeah,
I think you cannot deny that an SG has neck dive to a certain degree, just because the body is very thin and lightweight compared to the neck and the headstock.
but what I can definitely say is it has less neck dive than the double cut junior that I'm having.
Yeah.
So that one I notice it much more.
Before I got this one, I had an G400, that's the Epiphone one, which had considerably more neck dive, which was also a reason why I didn't enjoy it that much and eventually got this one.
As mentioned in the beginning, this is my favorite guitar in your collection, but
Why?
why? I don't have currently something close to an SG. That's the first thing, and the SG always manages to get a somewhat more aggressive tone than, for example, a 335 or a Les Paul, at least to me, when I have the same settings on the amp.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you dial the amp differently with different probably overdrive pedals, you might get to a sound very similar to an SG also with the other two guitars, but I'm a guy of simplicity. I really like just to go into the amp, maybe one overdrive pedal and that's it, the reverb, and I'm happy. Like that. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is the access on an SG is just something different.
Just anywhere on the neck, or each part
it feels like just a neck, pretty much.
It's a bodiless guitar, not a headless guitar.
Almost, That's what it feels like. But this is also something I have to get used to when playing it. I've played it a couple of times.
It's quite different to the 335, which has an enormous body.
Yeah, but the 335 also has a good access.
That's
with
true.
the double cut, so you also get really far into it, but not as far as with the SG. I mean,
it's also just the horns are also not that thick.
The access is really great on the SG, and I really enjoy this.
And you mentioned that the neck profile is similar to the 335 you're having, which is your favorite guitar, so that's also plus.
Yeah, that's a given that I will feel comfortable to a really big degree on this guitar. So scale length is the same.
Scale length,
so
exactly.
Yeah. Controls are also pretty much at the same position. Also, the only thing that I've noticed and I'm not that comfortable with is the position of the output jack. Over here, I have not a good access to the tone control of the neck. It's over here. So like this, I really have to get in between or dial it in from here. And I'm someone who's dialing in the tone a lot with the tone control. So
I was just going to mention that you're using the pots very frequently. Some players put everything to 10 and leave it like that. Martin always adjusts the knobs. So that's
not really during the playing. So I would like to do it more during the playing,
but in between songs, riffs.
But in between songs, or especially in between songs when I'm going to play another song, I'll just reduce the volume, play something around with the tone, maybe use another pickup position. And what I really like with all of these SG, 335 or Les Pauls is the middle position where you can really blend the neck and the bridge. So this is my favorite position on all of these guitars.
Okay. Did you miss any coil tapping, coil splitting options, or not really?
You know that I have the Jimmy Page wiring in the 335.
That's why I'm asking, because this one has 3 pickup positions and that's it.
That's it. So over here I would play, and I did play more with with the ultra gain channel and the clean channel, and switch with the overdrive pedal. On the 335, I do this with core splitting or with another position. I already know where I can thin out my sound or make it clean with just a pop of a push-pull button. And this is not something I was instantly able to do. The pickups also didn't clean up as nicely as I'm used to with the Classic 57, but it's different pickups. Also, it's a different guitar. I don't mind them not cleaning up this much because I like the more aggressive tone this guitar has, and it would not be my guitar for everything, right? So for that, if I would have like a jack of all trades, it's the 335 with the Jimmy Page wiring.
I mean, you tried some of cleanish parts before that. It also sounds good, but for me, it's pretty much a rock and roll machine for riffing and stuff like that. Not for metal, or maybe heavy metal, but not the modern kind of metal. Not for the classic clean tones, but for everything in between. Blues rock, hard rock, stuff like that. I think it's just perfect, and it's an awesome sound.
Yeah, I can fully agree with that.
Well, I think we covered most of the parts about this guitar. Is there anything you want to say, or some final words about this one?
Yeah.
Is it still one of your favorites, or the favorite in my collection?
It's still the favorite in your collection, definitely, because it just gives that sound that I can't achieve currently with any of my guitars without going through a couple of pedals and tweaking and tuning. So that's the first thing, and I just love that endless neck.
And the playability.
The playability on the SG is just very different than on pretty much all the other guitars, and
it's pretty unique in this regard.
It's pretty unique in this regard. You have to get used to it because it just feels like just a neck, and
that's it. And a little body with two horns to round it all off. Well, in that case, there's nothing more to say. Leave a comment down below if you have your own SG story, and if you like the SG, or why you don't like an SG. We would also like to know that. And if you have any questions about this one, feel free to ask. And thanks a lot for staying with us. See you in another video. Bye bye.
Bye.